Epsom Downs, 1978. Two kings of the Gypsies come face to face when Dan Rooney goes looking for a fight with Gypsy Johnny Frankham. Dan Rooney, respected as one of the best bare knuckle fighters of his era. A big, strong heavyweight, known by many as King of the Gypsies.
You put the initial challenge to your title, Dan, wasn't it?
That's right, well, that's it.
Yes. So
see, what the problem is, well, I'm a lover, not a fighter. You know what I mean?
I love it, Dan. I hear that too, yes.
Johnny Frankham, also known by many as King of the Gypsies. Not only a great bare knuckle fighter, but a top amateur and a top professional boxer. Both men carry a lot of respect in the travelling community. Both men are undoubtedly top fighters. So around 1977 or 1978, Johnny Frankham walks into the Rubbing House pub on Epsom Downs. He's with his wife Gertie and Paddy Docherty's father, Simon Docherty. Dan Rooney around that time would be in his early 20s and Johnny Frankham was in his early 30s. So Johnny Frankham walks up to the bar to order some drinks. Next thing, he feels two massive arms come around him from behind either side and grab hold of the bar, pinning him up against the bar. Johnny Frankham, thinking it was someone having a wind up or a bit of a laugh, but it wasn't, it was big Dan Rooney. So before I continue, here's a bit more about Johnny Frankham. So Johnny was a very good boxer. After losing his first few amateur fights, he showed a lot of heart and determination to then go on a 6-year winning streak. He was also the only fighter in history to win the NABC title 4 times. Turning pro in 1970 at light heavyweight, Johnny went on to first win the Southern Area Championship, beating Dave Hawkes, although Johnny would lose twice in Southern Area title fights to Pat McCann. So Johnny got a British title shot in 1975 against Chris Finnegan. Johnny won the title on a very close decision in a very tough fight. He lost it in the rematch to Finnegan, also another close decision. But Chris Finnegan rated Johnny Frankham as one of the best fighters that he ever faced, especially his defensive skills. Johnny Frankham also went on to spar the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali.
He went on tour, boxing exhibitions all around England and Europe with Muhammad Ali. Yeah. What sort of person was he?
The nicest person I've ever met in my life.
Really?
He called me the Gypsy Boy.
Really, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I beat the Gypsy Boy tonight. He let me do what I wanted to do.
He was a lovely man.
He was, yeah.
And on one of the fights, I don't know if it was in England or abroad, but on your tour, on an exhibition fight, we got this. Have a look at this fantastic picture. It's the great man Ali on the floor, not you. So Ali was such a character. We don't know if you've chinned him good, clean and square, or he's maybe gone on the floor.
But he looked hurt, didn't he?
He looked. He looked good.
Now, Johnny Frankham's not only known for his skill, but also for his chin, his heart, and also his ability to recover from a punch. As seen here, when he recovered from a monster punch from the American Charlie Green. It really does show his recuperative powers.
I'm going to make one comparison here, because there's many comparisons. King of the Gypsies sitting right beside me, the Gypsy King. I'm going to show both recoveries. You can see the one of Tyson Fury, just about making it, and yours. Look at this for a right hand. Now at this stage you look completely out and finished, but somehow or another, just like the Gypsy King,
yeah.
The King of the Gypsy, the Gypsy clown Johnny Frankham, pulls himself off the floor, and don't only pull himself off the floor, you then go on and a brilliant display of boxing to beat the American out of sight. What does it take to get off of that floor when you've been hit so hard? I haven't had the opportunity to ask Tyson Fury. He said it a bit publicly. Tell me what it takes when you've been hit so hard to go down like that, head first, face first, and get back up.
You're a bit dizzy and you don't know what makes you get up, really.
Instinct, is it?
Instinct, isn't it? Yeah.
So getting back to 1978, Dan Rooney has walked up behind Johnny Frankham at the pub on the Epsom Downs. He's put both his arms around him, grabbed hold of the bar. Dan Rooney then said, "Are you Johnny Frankham, the fighting man?" And Johnny Frankham, thinking it's a wind-up, has said, "Yeah, that's me, but let's have a beer. Let's go and have a drink." So Rooney then says, "I'm not here to drink, I'm here to fight." Johnny Frankham then replies with, "Are you serious?" Dan Rooney then says, "Yeah, I'm serious." So Johnny Frankham fronts up to Dan Rooney and says, Right, let's get outside then. Johnny Frankham showing no fear. So then Dan Rooney changes his mind, saying to Johnny, no, not today, I've been drinking today, but we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do the fight tomorrow. Johnny Frankham says, nah, there's no time like the present, let's do it now. Also saying to Dan Rooney, this is not going to be a fight, this is going to be a joke. So Dan Rooney left it at that, left the pub, but came back later on, walked into the pub and went up to Johnny Frankham and challenged him to an arm wrestle. Now bearing in mind, Dan Rooney's a massive, powerful heavyweight, huge, strong man. Johnny Frankham is a light heavyweight. And they've sat down, Johnny's accepted the arm wrestle challenge. They've sat down at the table, set themselves up, locked their arms together, cleared the table, locked their arms together. And what happens? Johnny Frankham wins the arm wrestle. Amazingly winning the arm wrestle. The fight between the two never happened, but both very respected men, and that's a fight that I would love to see. I mean, I'd pay to see. Johnny Frankham, very, very slippery, tricky to hit, and very game, great chin. Dan Rooney, huge, powerful, very tough, and very game. But that would be a fight I'd love to see, and I think a lot of people would have. Incidentally, I have done another video on Dan Rooney. I'll put a link in the description and you'll see that video of Dan Rooney. And yeah, I hope you liked the video. Please leave a comment, please like and share, and please subscribe if you made it this far. I really appreciate that. It really helps with the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Hope everyone's feeling good. I've been training since New Year, dry January, no alcohol since New Year's Eve. So feeling good, clear-headed, losing a bit of weight, and training with my weight training with Matty Jr. I'm doing my walks out in the country, up and down the hill there. I walk up and down 10 times, building up to start my running. But just feeling good at the moment. Doing my chin-ups, my press-ups, losing weight, trying to get down to 18 stone from about 20 stone 6 I was. But yeah, I'm feeling good and looking forward to getting fit. But let me know how you're all doing as well. Please leave a comment, what you thought to the video, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you.